Let's see the second way of representation of data, which is called bar graph or a column graph. It is the pictorial representation of the numerical data in the form of bars of uniform width. The height of the bar depends on the frequency of the variate given to you. Bars have equal spacing between them. Bars can be drawn vertically or horizontally. Now let's see one example of a bar graph. The horizontal line is x-axis, that's OX. The vertical line is y-axis or OY. These are the bars. We can leave the bar without shading, drawing diagonal lines, or by using different colors. We have to make a scale also for each bar graph. Moving on to exercise 24.2, question number 1. The percentage of marks obtained in different subjects by Shreya in an examination are given below. Draw a bar graph to represent it. These are the subjects: Hindi, Maths, English, Science, Social Science, Sanskrit, and these are the marks obtained. Now, the most important thing is choosing a scale. We can choose a scale of 5, but if we are choosing a scale of 5, then we have to take the full page, but it's better if we choose a scale of 10. We can have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. Like 75 will fall between 70 and 80. 95 will fall between 90 and 100. These can be taken directly. 85 will fall between 80 and 90. Now let's see the bar graph. This is the bar graph. The first thing is we will choose a scale. On y-axis, one box is equal to 10. We can write the scale in the form of a box, or we can also write a description that one box, or we can say one division, is equal to 10% on y-axis. Now drawing the bar graph, your horizontal line is your subject, that's x-axis. Hindi, these are the subjects: Hindi, Maths, English, Science, Social Science, Sanskrit. The y-axis is your percentage of marks. Hindi 75 falling between 70 and 80. Maths 95 falling between 90 and 100. English 60. Science 70. Social Science 50. And Sanskrit 85 falling between 80 and 90. You can see I have shaded them with different colors. If you want to leave them as it is, you can leave. Moving on to the next question. Question number 2. There are 1,000 creatures in a zoo as shown in the given table. These are the creatures: birds, reptiles, water animals, land animals, other animals. And you have to represent by a bar graph. Now you can see these all are the multiples of 50. But we can also choose a scale of 100. 100, 200, 300 and 400 if you are choosing a scale of 100. But if you choose a scale of 50, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300 and the last is 350. Now let's see the question. First of all, scale. I have taken a scale of 50, like scale. On y-axis, one division or one box is equal to 50 creatures. Then your x-axis is your creatures: birds, reptiles, water animals, land animals and other animals. And your y-axis is number of creatures. Your birds 250, reptiles 150, water animals 50, land animals 350 and other animals 200. Question number 3, you try doing it yourself. It's very simple, related to the previous questions that you've done. It's only how you choose the scale is important. Now moving on to question number 4. The number of electric bulbs produced in a factory during the last 6 consecutive months is given as follows. Months: March, April, May, June, July and August. And number of bulbs produced: 920, 1200, 780, 1280, 1040 and 650. The first part is draw a bar graph representing the above data, and then after drawing the bar graph we have to answer a few questions. So first let's draw the bar graph. Now choosing a scale. Now these values, I'm going to choose a scale of 100 because when we get 920, suppose, it will come 900 and 1000. There are 10 small divisions. So first division will be 910. Second small division will be 920. So that's how we choose the scale. Moving on to the question. Scale. On y-axis, one box or one division is equal to 100 bulbs. Your x-axis, months. Your y-axis, number of bulbs produced. In the month of March, 920. Now you can see between 900 and 1000 there are 10 small divisions. So first division is 910, second division is 920. April 1200, we can get it directly. May 780. So between 700 and 800, 8 small divisions, 780. June 1280. July 1040 and August 650. Then find the total number of bulbs produced and in which month the maximum number of electric bulbs were produced. Total number of bulbs produced. Now add up all the bulbs produced in all the months, which will give you the total of 5870. 5870 bulbs were produced in total. Second part, maximum bulbs were produced in which month? Now you check your graph. The tallest bar is in the month of June, and if you see the value also, it's 1280, the highest value. So the maximum number of bulbs were produced in the month of June. With this, we finish the chapter, and please try solving the questions which are given to you. Thank you.